He's relentless, isn't he? And of course, they lead in that League Cup semi-final first leg before they play Chelsea this week. But on the back of their domestic defeat to Manchester United, was that a statement win from Arsenal?
Yeah, a bit of a statement win with how emphatic the scoreline was. 2 points out of 9 prior to that. There was definitely a little wobble there. And if they had not got the result at Leeds, then there would have been lots of noise. Certainly not a medium rare or whatever we called it. And people would have said they'd be wobbling. Absolutely. They've never been here before, or not for a long time. And you know, they're throwing it away in true Arsenal style and all the things that you hear. So that was good from an Arsenal point of view. I mean, you know, they've gone into this weekend in poor form, really, for their standards in the league. And they've come out of it having scored 4 goals, kept a clean sheet, extended their lead. It's a really good weekend for Mikel Arteta.
Yeah, definitely a statement victory due to the result, the emphatic scoreline. But whenever they go ahead opposite to Man City, you think they're going to see the game out, and that's what they have. They have a great balance, whether the goals are coming from set pieces or open play. It's just whenever they get a lead, that gives them the confidence, oh, we can keep a clean sheet, whether it be just relying on the back four or defensively as a unit. So, yeah, they're going to be a tough team to stop. Yeah,
they have got the most clean sheets and the best defence. But it is a bit bizarre because they're top of the league, 6 points clear. Their leading goal scorer has 6 Premier League goals, Victor Gyökeres. Their joint third top goal scorer in the Premier League is own goals.
Yeah. Yeah, it's touched on it a little bit earlier. They're not, you know, it's absolutely fine. It doesn't matter how you win the league. You know, if you're a counter-attacking team, if you're, you know, a brilliant attacking team, if you're a defensive team. I mean, in the main, if you said to me, describe Arsenal, just give what's the strength of their team? I'd say defensively. Defensively, they're brilliant. You know, literally brilliant. I think they've got an amazing goalkeeper, 2 of the best centre-halves in world football.
And crucially, backup for them as well now.
They've got a deep squad. Oh, they've got plenty more than a good defence, don't get me wrong, but it's their strength. You know, even in front of them, Zubimendi, Declan Rice, you know, I mean, they protect them as well. It's a very, very well-organised, efficient team. Going forward, of course, they score goals. They're a good team. They've got great players, but they're not a Liverpool, they're not a Manchester City of the last decade where they literally can go and blitz a team and win 6-0. Of course, that's on the back of a 4-0 win against Leeds. So, you know, it slightly sort of skews that in a way. But in general, Arsenal aren't a 4-0, 5-0 winning team. I don't ever think they're going to blow a team away like a Liverpool or a Manchester City would. They're going to do it in a different way. They're going to definitely come up short in terms of points compared to winning teams over the last decade or so. However, it's going to be enough. And you can only judge every team on the year that they're playing. You know, Liverpool, you can say they've thrown it away a little bit. Manchester City, you can say they've thrown it away a little bit. However, they've all got to play the same teams. The strength of the Premier League in general is incredibly strong. So it might be that that's just the way forward in many ways now. I mean, look at the Champions League. 5 of our 6 teams in the top 8 qualification. And even the 6th team, Newcastle, are only just outside it. So even in Europe, the Premier League has shown itself to be incredibly strong. So it might just be the way that the points total is going to come down a little bit over the next few years while the teams, you know, continue to really strengthen throughout.
Because does it matter? Because you don't see over the years, in the first week of February, the league leaders, and then goes to their top scorer in the league, and it's 6 goals, do you? There is normally a Haaland or a Salah or et al. You know,
there is normally that. But then when you think about a Haaland or a Salah, who's the next in line or who's the next top goal scorer in their teams? And they're probably on low numbers anyway. So the fact that they've spread them out over a portion of different players or own goals, they've got a variety of ways of scoring. Because if we question Man City and say, are they too over-reliant on Haaland because he's got so many goals and then no one else is chipping in. So the fact that Trossard's got goals, Saka's got a few, Zubimendi, Montoro can score goals. So they've got players that can score goals. They just haven't got a prolific goal scorer. And like Marcus said, there's no one way to win the league, and no one's going to remember in 5-6 years' time the top goal scorer. They're going to remember the championship and if they win it or not.
Everybody loves a great player, don't they? Everybody loves somebody to turn to and think, yeah, he's definitely going to score today. However, you could argue the other way around, that it's actually healthier not to have one of those. Because if Haaland gets injured, you know, what are Manchester City going to do? If Mo Salah over the last few years gets injured, and he never does, what are Liverpool going to do, etc.? If a player gets injured for Arsenal, I wouldn't be bothered. I wouldn't be bothered if I was an Arsenal fan. They've just got players and players. Look at their bench.
2 for every position.
It's incredible. Yeah, they've got so many attacking players.
But they thought Gyökeres could be that man.
Yes.
I mean, actually, if he had 15 goals sitting here now, they'd probably be a lot out of sight. But he has got 4 in the last 6 in all competitions. Half of his Premier League goals have actually come against Leeds in the 2 games. Are you seeing small signs of him finding his feet, Premier League-wise?
Not necessarily. I don't necessarily think he's going to improve a great deal. He is what he is. He's not a young 18-year-old coming into a new
27.
country. Exactly. So he's not going to get miles better at his age. He is a good finisher. He's a good runner. He's strong. He's got decent enough movement. Do I think he's all of a sudden going to go and score 30 goals in the Premier League this season or next season? Not really. I don't think he's got the class for that. I think he's a good player. I think Arsenal probably needed and wanted a bit more from him. I think Arsenal fans are probably, on the whole, a bit underwhelmed. I mean, if there was a Champions League final tomorrow and you did a survey on Arsenal fans, would he be the centre forward? I think half of them would pick Jesus, maybe even Havertz. So I don't think for the money, I don't think that happy. But when everything else is going well around you,
the noise has gone away, hasn't it?
Under the carpet, can't you? So that's
definitely. I don't even think it's the Arsenal fans. I think if everyone's fit and healthy, I don't think Mikel Arteta picks him to play in the Champions League final. So I think he's a fit for what they needed now. They didn't have many options, and when everyone's fit and healthy, he's a good, very good squad player. Talking
of fit and healthy, Aston Villa have had horrendous luck with injuries, haven't they? With their midfield 3, Ollie Watkins missing today, and with 11 men, they couldn't beat the 10 of Brentford. They couldn't go back to 4 behind. Are they still in the conversation, or the fact that they're still in the FA Cup and Europa League, with all those players missing, is it too much of an ask?
Yeah, I think it is too much of an ask. I never really saw them as real contenders to win the league. I thought they was strong contenders to push City, but to go on to the next level and push Arsenal. I think that was too much of a reach due to their squad. They've got a good team when everyone's fit, but that isn't the case every week. They've got other elements to the league that they can look upon as successful, whether it is finishing the Champions League or winning Europa League. So it isn't a damning defeat in terms of their title contention, because I don't necessarily consider they was in it. But yes, they want to get back onto the horse, as I said, to keep the momentum and the positive feel around the group.
And they've got Chelsea, Manchester United, Liverpool, all in behind them. I think, they've had a fantastic season. They've had a fantastic couple of seasons. They really, really do continue to surprise. But I think if you're realistic, Aston Villa should be looking at trying to stay in that top 4, top 5 and get Champions League football again next season. And who knows, maybe win a trophy this season. They're certainly capable.
OK, so Arsenal 6 clear of City, 7 clear of Villa. Then, Rodri understandably says they'll keep fighting, but how damaging do you think today could be, with the opportunity to go back within 4 and suddenly they're 6?
Yeah, again, thinking about it then, it doesn't equate to any more games, though it's still 2 games they need to catch up on Arsenal. So you could look at it from that point of view. It's damaging because of the 2-0 lead they had and the second half performance. They wasn't terrible in the second half. So, and they still conceded 2 goals. So it wasn't, yes, it was a decision in regards to the first goal, but the second goals come from just individual errors and half mistakes. And that continues to be a pattern throughout City's defensive strategy over the last few months. So I think that is the worrying part of it, is they don't seem to get rid of their mistakes defensively.
And just to put it into context in terms of the territory City were in today, it's the first time in almost 8 years they've been 2-0 up at half-time in a Premier League game and not gone on to win it. And now in this run, they've won just once in 6 league games when you're trying to challenge for a title.
Yeah, and they've got to go to Anfield next weekend as well. I mean, it's tough. I personally don't think they're good enough to be winning the league this season. They're not putting up much of a challenge. It's going to be a low points total that's going to win it this season with Arsenal. Probably early 80s, you would expect, the way things are going at the moment. Now, City, Liverpool, they've been getting into the 90s quite consistently over the years. Both teams are way off that. Manchester City going through a transitional period at the moment. And I don't think they're capable of going on and winning 10 games on the spin, which is what they're going to need to do to put pressure on Arsenal. I just don't think they're good enough at the moment, at this time. They might be next season once this team gets time to bed, but not at the minute. I don't see them as getting past Arsenal this year.
OK, from the Premier League leaders for the group. and indeed for their manager, Mikel Arteta.
Can we shine a light on Madueke and the role that he played, not knowing he was going to play, had to come in, got his numbers, fans cheering his name, singing his name?
I keep telling them, football is so unexpected, so be ready, because when you don't expect it, they're going to give you an opportunity. And it happened in the warm-up with Bukayo. He came on and he certainly helped the team.
What is the situation with Bukayo? What was the reason why he had to come off?
He had a little niggle and he wasn't comfortable to start the game, so we made a decision straight away, and now we're going to have to do some tests tomorrow and see how he's.
When you say you needed the win, listening to Declan Rice after the game as well, he said it was such a big win for you. Will it silence the noise around you?
I don't think so. I mean, it will be noise, good, bad, medium, medium rare, I don't know. It will be noise. I mean, it's what we are playing for. The margins are very, very small. And, the expectation are to win every game, so that's it.
I know you want the players to enjoy the next 4 months. You want to enjoy the next 4 months. But when you list the competitions and where you're at as well, it's some achievement, isn't it, to be where you are at this stage of the season?
Yeah, that's why I said it, because I really feel it and enjoy with that conviction and enjoy the difficult moments that you have to be to go through here. Today you want to win, and we certainly done that, and then you get rewarded, and now we can enjoy the win and start to prepare Chelsea.
And with Gyökeres as well, how important was it for him, do you feel, just for his own belief, that he got on the score sheet today?
For all of them. I think for Noni, as you mentioned, Zubimendi as well, after what happened a few days ago, to come and score a very important goal. Gabriel Jesus coming in, Victor coming in, Martinelli comes in and helps, Martin Odegaard the same. So a really positive day.
Do you give yourself a day off?
No, now we go Chelsea now.
And see how frustrated you are. How do you sum that one up?
Well, difficult game as we expect. We start 2-0 up. I think we did an incredible effort. We did a very complete game, but at the end, the little details dictate the difference. I'm just one of the captains, and today I want to see that I don't know how to feel, honestly. Now I see the images in the pitch. Of course, you cannot see. There's a clear foul in the first action of the goal. It's a clear foul, and VAR is for a reason. And these small details make the difference. We're trying to do our best. It's the first goal they score. Maybe they don't score a goal. We win the game, but it's one game and another game and another game, and it's not possible. And honestly, I never speak about referees. I respect their job massively, but they have to pay attention to these things. He kicked the leg. It's so clear. It's so clear. He anticipated the leg of Mark, and it's a clear foul. But it's not today. It's just 2-3 games in a row, and I don't know why, honestly. I know we won too much and the people they don't want us to win, but the referee has to be neutral. And for me, honestly, it's not fair. It's not fair, because we work so hard in these situations now to make these decisions that you have to move on, of course, but you need to come back. But at the end, when everything is finished, you are frustrated because it's so clear, the foul. He kicked the leg, and then, as of course, with the push of the action and the ball gets in. But we have to pay attention to these little things. Otherwise, it's going to be difficult for everyone, because this league is like this. It's about small details, and everything counts. So I think today is a very tough day for us in this sense.
As you say, everything does count. How damaging could this result be for the title race?
No, it's not damaging. Of course, we expect here to win, but we go further from this. Of course, we wanted to win. We're still not gonna, put the arms down. We're gonna keep fighting until the end, because this is our identity. But the reality is we need to be fair in these situations. It's not just one, because everyone can be a mistake. We all have mistakes. No worries about one. But when it's 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row, as the manager says, because he's the guy in charge of saying these things, but now I'm the captain saying today, it's not possible. Honestly, it's not possible. And I'm not saying the level of referees here is bad. It's great. But we have to pay attention, because we work so hard to, these little actions not make the difference. It cannot make the difference. And today, unfortunately, did it.
Have you spoken to the referee? Have you had a response?
No, it's impossible. You cannot talk to them. It's not my aim to talk to them. But at the end, in the years before, it's not my responsibility. Now I'm the captain. I want to say it today. We feel a bit upset with this.